there anybody out there?
The House of the Dead. The House of the Dead.
Gee! How could anyone do this?
Bach Bash. A friend of mine gave me a request for my jam today. He said he wants me to make up a song that's reminiscent of light gun games on Sega Dreamcast, like House of the Dead 2, which is kind of running up here in the corner a little bit here. So we're working on something that sounds a little bit like that. And I actually loaded up a couple samples from the game into the drum machine. So I think I actually want to sequence that bass line in there so that I can change the sound on the fly. It's going to be a pain in the butt to sequence that on the bass station, but we're going to try to do it. It's going to take a minute. sound like pretty trashy. That's one way to really achieve that Dreamcast sound, is to get some trashy sounding, like 90s, really FM-y stuff. So that's what we're kind of working at. Really? That wouldn't have been my expected reference, but I'll take it. so what I think I'm gonna do is I actually think I'm gonna record the bass line in its original form into the looper so that I can have that in that tone, have it running the whole time, because actually I thought the sequencer on the bass station was 64 steps, but I'm only getting 32 out of it right now. I'm not really sure why. It's probably a settings thing. I probably like need to run it in a different mode or something to get all 64 steps. But that leads to me not being able to do this turnaround at the end of the bass line that I actually want to do. This thing that goes up to at the end of it. So I think I might just record it in like that, and then have this still running with the sequencer in the background, and I can just like take most of the volume out and have it doing like some more like some more resonance stuff, like some more acidy kind of sounding stuff, just supplementing the main bass line. I think I even have a recording of the bass line. Let me see here. Let's see what it sounds like supplementing that with the sequenced bass line with like some more resonance and stuff like that. Why is this doing this? Why is it doing this now? What happened? I must have like accidentally re-recorded over the sequence or something. I don't understand why it's doing this now. But why though? It seems like it's working again. Alright, I don't know why that was like that, but okay. synth. There's always like some kind of lead guitar, synth stuff in these tracks. Let me see if I can find one like that on the Osmos. that pretzel stack. My goodness gracious, Retzel coming in with the pretzel pyramid. My goodness. Look at all those pretzels. They're making my mouth water. Welcome in Retzel. We have a special a task tonight. I was over at my friend's house the other night playing Dreamcast with him, Sega Dreamcast, on the original console. And he was showing me, he got a light gun for it, and we were playing one of the light gun games, and he made the request that I would make a January Jam based on like the music that's typically in those light gun games. So try my best here. So we got this, and I actually loaded in some drum samples from House of the Dead 2 that's playing up here. So we have G. We have
How could anyone do this?
We have this cool, it's out of game 2. And then what you usually hear, if we would actually, I'll unmute the game audio here for a minute, and then you can hear what it sounds like on there. And most of what you hear when you unmute the game is just a ton of gunshots. So let's see. That's also a slow down.
Hurry! Go! Thanks, G. I don't want to die.
Alright, here, this is normal speed. But I decided to go with a bit more up-tempo than that game, or at least that track from that game. So this is like the main drum part and the main bass line. Then we got these voices coming in. And then what I was trying to do when you just came in now, I'm trying to dial in a lead guitar synth sound because all these games always have some kind of lead guitar sound going on. Not quite there yet. Still working on dialing in that sound. It's not quite there yet. That's a good lead sound. I'm actually just gonna put that part down too real quick. Alright, we're not going to actually do too much more for this one. We're going to keep it simple. Really, if I were trying to do a real one, I would make up some more parts for it, like that move to different chords or keys or something, but I think we're just going to keep it simple. I do want to modify the drum pattern on the last measure to make it have two snares instead. So let's try that real quick. Let's see here. Stop the tape. Stop the record. Record scratch. Sound effects. Stop the record. Stop the tape. What is up? Cats and yammer. Cats and jammer. Cats and yammer. Long time no see. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for rating in, bringing your people by. That's so cool. Welcome in, Chaotic Cyber. Welcome in, Tenim31. Yeah, cats. How are you doing? How are things? How is music? How's the stream? Somehow I haven't caught you on much recently, in quite a while actually. I think you know, right, that I'm previously Bardic Perspiration, right? So we know each other. We're not new, right? Okay, so here's the thing, guys. I'm doing January jams all this month. Every day this month, I've been streaming, making up a new piece of music on stream and recording it. And tonight we have a special. We vary between different genres and moods and stuff like that, and instruments. And tonight we have a special. Oh, really? Okay, so you just haven't been on, so that's why I haven't caught you on. Okay. Well, it's lovely to see you back. Were you doing a usual improv music stream, or were you doing something different for your comeback stream? Okay. I would have been surprised if you were doing something else, to be honest. That's kind of your jam, kind of your cats and jam, and indeed, it's also kind of my jam for the most part as well. So tonight, oh, really? Okay, well, congratulations on your second year stream anniversary. That's amazing. That's so cool. Actually, I think my stream anniversary is also right around this time. I have to look it up. I tried doing other stuff, but I didn't enjoy it. Yeah. What other kinds of stuff did you try to do? Like gaming or something, or like other forms of music making, or what were you trying? I'm gonna get the music going here in just a second. I just have to catch up with cats. You have a gaming channel, okay. I feel like gaming is music's doesn't have like huge viewerships or anything like that, but I feel like gaming is harder to break into just because it's so incredibly saturated, right? more so than music on Twitch, at least. I mean, music is saturated everywhere as well, but on Twitch, it's like a bubble. There's a special music bubble on Twitch. Okay, so we vary between different moods and genres and styles and stuff like that on these January jams. And today, cats. You know what? I've been planning on doing, like, incorporating some more of that kind of stuff into my music streams, or like since the beginning, which is for me like 3 or maybe 4 years now or something like that. I'm not good at it either. I'm actually like at the point where I'm happy if I can remember how to play my own stuff and play it again sometime. That's kind of one of my goals moving forward, is to try to make better recordings and better notes about the things that I play on stream, so that maybe I can replay it at some point in my life if I am so inclined. Yeah, I totally get that, cats. So we have a special goal for today's jam, because I was over at a friend's house the other night, and exactly. I was over at a friend's house the other night, and he busted out his Dreamcast, his Sega Dreamcast, the original console, and he had a new lightgun game for it, and we were playing that. And he told me that he would appreciate it if, for my next January jam, that I would try to write a piece of music that kind of catches the feeling of the music that was typically in those games. And so that's what I'm kind of trying to do today. And so one thing that we did to really kind of cheat and help us along a little bit is, you'll see a video of House of the Dead 2 running up here in the corner, which is one of the best, probably the best light gun game on Sega Dreamcast. And what we've done is we've actually taken some samples from the game and put them in the drum machine. So we have samples such as, oh, hold on, let me get the... Okay, so this is the beat that we're working with, and then we have these samples like G. There's a guy named G in the game, and there's the voice actor is just constantly saying something about G. So he has G. And then we also have this one. This is a famous line.
How could anyone do this?
How could anyone do this?
How could anyone do this?
Then we have this cool sound effect that I probably need to pitch up to make it sound actually in tune. And then the main thing that you hear when you play this game, actually, like if I unmute the audio to the game, you'll hear the music in the background, but mostly what you hear is the sound of the guns firing. So we also sampled that and reloading. All right, so the idea is we have this bass line. Let me play. I'll kick in the bass line. Like really typical sound for these games. And then you almost always have like a choir, like some kind of dramatic choir thing, so we got that too. And then from there it's just like trying to figure out different stuff to do with it. So we came up with this this little melody with this like really janky sounding sound on the Prophet. In addition to having looped the bass line, we also have it sequenced on the bass station so that we can like come in with some additional bass that's also like has some more resonance on it, so something like this. I need to re-record this one part because I think I accidentally recorded the bass on it too, and I didn't want to do that. Let's just do that real quick. Delete that and re-record it. So we got that. What was this? Oh, we were just singing about Retzel earlier. Retzel was throwing a pretzel pyramid in the chat, so we sang about it a little bit. And then one really important thing that's always in these things, in these songs, is you need some distorted lead synth guitar sounding stuff. So we figured out a patch for that. Here we go, I gotta mute the mic, otherwise the mic gets too much distortion on it. So those are the parts that we have so far. And then it's mostly just about trying to figure out a little arrangement and putting down a recording of it. Because we're not going to get too much more complicated than that tonight. So we don't want to be here forever. also have a couple of sounds dialed in on the drum pads here. So let me think about an arrangement. We might just come in with just the drums and then drop in the bass. That's the simplest way to do it. Maybe filter the drums coming in. Let's try that. Not too long. We'll do this for a little while, and then we'll bring in probably the chord. Why was that so much hotter before? What changed about that sound now? Something weird going on here. Need to do some troubleshooting. Why does it sound like that now? What is going on here? It sounded so much beefier before. I don't understand. I'm so confused. Why did it get so quiet? I don't understand. I don't understand it. What happened? Alright, I figured it out. I don't know why it's like that, but okay. That distortion is really noisy. Okay. I should probably just. Try to do a recording and just wing it. I've been doing very, very late nights, working my January jams. This is my new studio, by the way, cats. We moved into a house in the middle of last year, and I've been building up this studio since then, and just returned to streaming in January, the beginning of the year. So I got all my synth rack over here. I've got my guitar over here that you can't see right now. I got my my handy looper here in the middle, of course. And what you can't see over here off screen is there's a giant mixer right here, a Tascam Model 2400 that I just picked up. That's kind of like the new brains behind the operation, and it's really great because I have a lot of really great flexible routing abilities, like on the fly. So all the instruments are going into the mixer, and then some sub outs are coming out of the mixer and going into the looper, into different instrument inputs, so that you can also decide, do you want to record that instrument or just have it go through the effects and all that kind of stuff. And then it goes back out of the looper into the mixer again, and then some more sub outs so that you can get a nice mix and stuff. And what's really nice for me is I don't like to work in a DAW at all, because I just don't get along with it. And I can record everything, all the tracks individually and simultaneously on the mixer itself, and then go in and export those tracks later to the computer. So that's really cool, because it means that I have the opportunity now, if I want to go back and edit something or have it mixed down or something like that, which I didn't have before. Supposing that I remember to actually hit record on the mixer, which I remember about half the time, it seems like, so far. Yeah. So there's all kinds of new stuff going on here, and I still have some plans for the studio. I'm not completely finished yet, but so far it's been really great. I'm here in the basement of the house, and it's we did a good job with the soundproofing and stuff like that, so I can play late at night and nobody else in the house or around us notices it or is bothered by it. So that's great. And that's been a big change. I'm also, in my new setup, I can stand up, which I really like. I like being able to stand up when I'm making music. I feel like it's a different kind of energy, although it is a bit more exhausting, I will have to say, doing this for a couple hours standing. Okay, so let's think about a simple arrangement here. We want to keep it simple. We do want to have a couple different parts so that it's not too repetitive. Maybe I'll write something down so that I have an idea. So we'll come in with filter drums and then drop the bass. Ah, very cool. Yeah, I haven't done in-ears yet. I mean, I got the giant cans. I've never tried in-ears, but it seems like a good way to do it if you get the setup right. So, what's the sound like when you were you doing? Before you were doing in-ears, were you monitoring like in the room itself, or did you also have headphones on? I don't remember you having headphones on. Yeah. Yeah, there would be a room in the corner of this room over there that you can't see. It's a fairly small room, but it's big, definitely big enough for a solo operation. There would be technically enough room in the corner for a sofa, but I'm very ambivalent about putting one in here, because I know if I do, I'll probably fall asleep on it all the time. Knowing myself, I'll tell myself I'm just gonna rest my head for 5 minutes, and then I'll wake up like 6 hours later on the couch, drooling on myself and all that kind of stuff. You were using an amp. Interesting. So you were monitoring in the room itself. I imagine that to be difficult with feedback issues, like um, especially with like the violin and stuff like that. Did you not have any issues with that? All right, so what are we doing here? Let me write down some stuff. We're doing here. This is part of my new mission as well. When I make something up, I write down notes on it. So I'm gonna write down like what patches I'm using on these different synths, because otherwise I will never figure it out again in my entire life. So let's just do that real quick. Okay, and on there, we're on patch 6, 11. We're on patch 11 on the base station. And we have a sequenced part. I mean, I'm writing this down like I'll ever play this again. I probably will not. It was tough, but it was the only way to get rid of the annoying buzz. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess you've probably looked into all that, but I definitely have issues if I have one of my devices here hooked up via USB to the computer, I'll also have pretty terrible buzz. But as soon as you disconnect that USB cable, it's fine. Still going through the amp, but you can turn the speaker off and have my I get you. Yeah, so I'm monitoring directly out of the mixer itself. So before it hits OBS, but also then without any kind of latency or anything like that. And that works out really well so far. What I hear in my ears is pretty much exactly what gets to OBS, so that's good. Yeah. Being able to monitor without having to worry about feedback and all that kind of stuff, that's big. Okay, so we have that, and we have down there, we have the chorus O-ahs on the Kawaii. And on the Prophet, we have patch 154. Also, just say it so that if I go back and watch the VOD, I can also figure it out again. Yeah, for sure. Anytime you have something hooked up to the mains and also hooked up to audio, at least in my experience, I always get, whatever that is, the 60 hertz, or I don't know what it is, the buzz, the ground loop buzz and all that kind of stuff. There are ways to try to deal with it, but I've never really had much luck with it. For me, it's just like trying to decouple everything as much as possible. And so which isn't the thing. I can't talk anymore. What's not causing an issue at the moment is the mixer obviously is hooked up to the computer via USB because it's my interface, but that doesn't seem to introduce any noise into the signal, even though I have all the other instruments going into it, and it's obviously also powered on the mains. So I don't know if there's some kind of filtering going on there or what the deal is, but so far it's good. There's some noise that I get from the looper. It's just like it's not entirely silent, and especially when I have the guitar on, then I pick up a lot of noise. But that's just due to the guitar being a single coil pickup guitar, so you pick up a lot of noise anyway. But other than that, it's pretty quiet. I'm still gonna do some sound treatment here in the room because there's a fairly nasty echo in the room actually. But because I'm monitoring in headphones, it's not that big of a deal really. But it will sound a little bit better if I do a little sound treatment here as well. But that's all, step by step. We're doing January right now. This has been a big time investment. I've been streaming a lot this month. And after this month, I want to try to keep up the momentum, still stream quite a bit because it's a lot of fun with this new setup. But I will be, we're breezing through January. You're right, Hayes, what's up? It's almost over, right? Today is day 26. That's crazy. Last year, hey, Ruckus, what's up? Yeah, exactly. 26 out of 3,000. Yeah. Um, yeah, so last year I think I petered out right around this time, or maybe even a couple days before this. I think around like the 23rd or 24th, I was feeling very burnt out on the whole thing. But this time I feel great. I mean, obviously, anybody who's been following has known that I've been staying up super duper late, but it's been rewarding too, so it's great. You built the power supply for today's January. Did it make a noise, or was that just like that was your project for today? So we're gonna. I'm writing down some notes here, and we're gonna get back into the music here in a second. It must be 4 a.m. here. No. It's today. It's not that late yet. It's only 1:40, so it's not even 2 yet. So we're doing good, and I think we might even be able to get this finished by 2. Famous last words. So today, I don't know if you guys were lurking earlier, but if you weren't, then I'll just introduce you to today's theme real quick. I was visiting a friend the other night, just a way to get a Eurorack powered without a case on the table to jam with it. Module. Okay, I see. I was visiting a friend the other night, and he busted out his Dreamcast, his Sega Dreamcast, and we were playing some games with the light guns on the Dreamcast. He has like an old CRT TV and all that kind of stuff, and that was a lot of fun. And he asked me to write a jam that evoked kind of the music from the Dreamcast light gun game era, and so that's what we're doing today. And I've already got some parts here, and now I'm just trying to figure out like a pretty simple arrangement to blow through here for the recording. So we got, I'll bring some parts in here. Exactly. That's if the only way to kill a bad guy with a light is a good guy with a light, or something like that. That's what I learned. So we got obviously. Oh yeah, and one thing that we did here is, so what's running up here in the corner is a recording of House of the Dead 2, which is kind of the premier light gun game on Dreamcast, and we took some samples from the game and put them in the drum machine. So we got this one.
G!
There's a guy in the game named G, and the voice actors are constantly saying G!
G!
And then we have this famous line.
How could anyone do this?
And we have this. Oh, I gotta turn that. This kind of weird alien sound effect that's in the game as well. But most of what you hear in the game is this. So we also sampled that. So we have the drums coming in. And then we have this bass part. And then we have this dramatic chorus. That, and then we have this like janky sounding patch on the Prophet that we have one like kind of the main melody on. have that. And then what's super important, which is also kind of the fun part, is on all these tracks you always have some distorted lead synth guitar kind of stuff. So we got one of those going as well. Those are basically the parts we have so far. Now we're just trying to like figure out a little arrangement. I don't think I'm going to do much else. Oh yeah, and then the other thing is that, so I recorded the bass line into the looper, but I also have it sequenced on the bass station so that we can add some like additional bass that's more like acid filtered along with the main bass line. Sorry about that, Hayes. I didn't mean to traumatize anybody. Okay. So let's just keep it really simple, shall we? We'll drop in the drums, filtered. Exactly. Drums filtered, drop in the main bass line, fade in the secondary bass line a little bit, put in the oohs and the ahs, and then put in that kind of melody. And then the question is, where do we take it from there? We do we could do like a little middle section where we include some of the samples in.
G.
Like bring in the cymbals, and then do some
How could anyone do
do
this?
some of the sample-y stuff. Maybe also like filter the drums again and do a little drop to get back in, and then play this one again. I wonder if I could do like a harmony on that or something. Yep, the other thing is I'm kind of out of... Siren is good, yeah. Oh, that's a good idea too. One issue that I have is I'm kind of out of synths. I'm using all of my available synths, so I'd have to switch up the patch in the middle, which I can do. But oh yeah, no problem, Cats. I'm glad that you hung out as long as you did. Thank you so much for coming, bringing your people by, and hanging out. Thank you so much for the kind words as well, and it's great to see you back. If I see you online sometime, expect a raid coming your way. So. Hope to see you again soon. so a robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to him. Yeah. Well, Asimov said it best. For sure. Alright, so let's quit messing around and do this. Alright, so that can all stay there. I'm gonna take a really short break and go get myself something to drink because I'm drying out. And while I do that, I will play you guys the jam from yesterday to keep you busy. And I'll be right back.
That is correct. I mean, affirmative.
Okay. The humans are dead. The humans are dead. We use poisonous gases, and we poison their asses. Alright. Take those out. We're gonna put that in sometime, and then we're gonna do some sampling stuff, and then we're gonna. Alright, we're just gonna try it, see how far we get. I mean, this is also gonna be one of the ones where I think I'll probably just end up fading it out at the end, so I don't have to worry about coming to any kind of actual conclusion or closure or resolution or anything like that. So we'll just jam out on it for a little while. Okay.
Life. Don't even talk to me about life. No, this time, the pain down all the diodes on my left side.
Alright. Muting the mic so that you don't hear me going like this. Yeah, you might hear me do that anyway, but you won't hear the key presses at least. And then we're gonna try it. Alright, that's definitely not the take, but it was good to run through it like that. So we're gonna do another one. I think we'll be able to get on the second one here. Just gotta keep it a little shorter, and we gotta make sure that this thing doesn't get too out of control. Set that up because that's another nice little thing that you can do really easily to make it sound a little varied. Do a little manual trigger of the scatter effect. I didn't really find a scatter pattern that I like, but it'll be good enough just to put in as a little effect a couple times. Alright, let's try it again. We're going in one more time. We're going in one more time. One more. This is this added bass is getting out of hand too quick, and I need to be more subtle with it. It's bothering me. More subtle. All right. Going in for, I think, what's probably going to be a final recording because I got to get to bed.
G! How could anyone do this? G! How could anyone do this?
Alright, that mess of a recording is the jam for tonight. That's fun. Fun stuff, but very aimless. Alright, that one's for you, Michael. Alright, so let's save those parts.
How could anyone do this? How could anyone do this? How could anyone do this? How could anyone? How could anyone? How could anyone do this? How could anyone do this? How could anyone do this? How could anyone? How could anyone? How could anyone do this? G. How could anyone do this? G. How could anyone do this? G. How could anyone? How could anyone? How could anyone do this? G. How could anyone do this? How could anyone do this? G. How could anyone? How could anyone? How could anyone do this?
Alright, we're getting out of here. Thank you for hanging out, Hayes. Thank you for hanging out, Ruckus. Let's see what's going on in the Twitchiverse on this eve of eves. Okay, you know what, we're just ending, because I don't feel like dealing with it for what it is. I just want to go sleep. So we're just going to end on that note for tonight. Thank you so much for coming by. Thank you so much for hanging out. I will be back again tomorrow. We're going to ride this thing out into the sunset. Look at me yawning there right on the screen. Alright guys, take care. Thanks. Bye-bye.